Hi everyone, welcome to our lesson 54. My name is Professor Robert, and today we will practice more rationalizing, rationalizing denominators, denominators, and numerators of fractions. Okay, now let's dig into it. Let's look at the first example. I know we've done before previous lesson about rationalizing the denominators and numerators, but we are going to push it one notch higher and see what happens. Before we're dealing with squares, now we want to deal with cube roots. So cube root 3 over 4. And the question is, please rationalize the numerator. So again, we follow the same procedure. We need to break up this expression into two parts, the numerator and the denominator. So at the top, we'll have cube root of 3, and at the bottom, we'll have cube root of 4. Now, in order for us to rationalize the numerator, we need to multiply our numerator by a certain factor or factors that will bring about the removal of the root sign. And in this case, I will have to multiply through by by two factors of cube root 3. Cube root 3 multiplied by cube root 3. Because we know that cube root 3 times cube root 3 times cube root 3 will give us 3 at the end. Now, what you do to one part of a fraction, you must do to the other. So even at the bottom, we have to multiply cube root of 4 by, sorry, cube root of 3 by cube root of 3. What you do to the numerator of a fraction, you must do the same thing to the denominator of that fraction. So now, cube root 3 times cube root 3 times cube root 3 will give us 3. So it will give us a value that's free of root signs. And the bottom will be cube root 4 times cube root 3 times cube root 3 will give us cube root 36. That is 4 times 3 times 3 will give us 36. And that will be our answer. Okay. So now let's look at again rationalizing the denominator. Let's suppose we have still the same example 3 over 4. So again, like we did at the top, this is rationalization or rationalize the denominator. Just like we did with the first example, we have to break down this expression into two parts, the numerator and the denominator. So we will have cube root of 3 divided by the cube root of 4. And then we have to multiply the bottom with factors or a factor that will get the cube root sign off from that the expression, and that will be multiplying by cube root 4 and another cube root 4, because cube root 4 times cube root 4 times cube root 4 will give us 4. And what you do to one part of a fraction, you must do the other. So this also has to be multiplied by cube root of 4 and cube root of 4. And then finally, we would get our answer as being cube root of 3 times 4 times 4, which will be 48, cube root of, and the bottom will be 4. Now, you can simplify this. This can be your answer, but you can still simplify it a little bit more by saying, okay, let's try to bring out 2 from this 48 up here, since we have a 4 here. So this will be 2 times 2 in the denominator. And out here we'll have 2 times 2 times 2, which will be will lead us to having a 2 being brought out, and then inside the root sign we will be left with a 6, because 2 times 2 times 2 times 6 would give us our 48. So now we can clearly see that 2 will go there and the 2 here will cancel. And finally, our answer will be cube root of 6 divided by 2. And that will be our final answer. All right. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like, share with anyone you think needs it, and please subscribe for more algebra made simple. All right. Okay, then see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.